Alright, making a new recording on the targeted individual program. Today is Monday the 12th of February 2018. Just want to cover a few things that I've experienced and trying to get this USB to work, but it doesn't seem to be. But I'll briefly go over what they've been doing. So today I didn't take my camera out because the targeting has subsided somewhat. There we go. Subsided somewhat over the last few days. I guess trying to lull me into a false sense of security. So I go out today to the hills. Fuck off, not working. So I go out today to the hills to, you know, basically get some fresh air and some space from these faggots. And I guess I threw them off because the targeting wasn't there to. It was very light. But as soon as I come back, no, actually there was a bit of targeting. I've noticed today and the last few days they've been targeting me very heavily with Muslim people, Muslim and Arabic looking people and black people mostly have been targeting me. So I'll be at my bus stop and then there's Muslims constantly driving back and forth, and as soon as I get on my bus, this Muslim woman says something to me. I can't remember what she said. I kind of ignored it because I was in the mood to talk. So they've been targeting me with Muslims. So I get on my bus and there was a white lass on there, and she started targeting me with the hand signals, and then she started doing the fake phone call. Well, there was someone on the other end of it, but I know it was a subliminal message. And she starts talking about, oh, granddad's got the flu. Oh, they've got the flu. They got the flu. So, they're always constantly bombarding you with negativity, whether it's health conditions. They used to constantly talk about heart attacks and strokes and breakdowns and shit like that around me when I was on the bus. So, I go for my walk, but before I continue, I just want to play this video. I hope it recorded successfully. Show you this motherfucker here. It's really quick video, I think. Yeah,
okay, so this guy here.
So this bitch here in the hoodie was targeting me at my mother's area. Just turn the sound up. Basically, as soon as I got this camera out, I needed to put the SD card in because it wasn't set up. I will have it ready to film this guy if I see him again. But this guy here, every single time I come to the bus stop, this guy will be here. Now, he started targeting me about 2 years ago, and he just came up to me and said, "Do you like music?" I was like, "Yeah, why do you ask?" And then he just walked away without a word. You know what I mean? And ever since then, he's been there at the bus stop targeting me, staring at me, doing hand signals. But as soon as I got the camera out, this motherfucker was basically stood here. As soon as I got the camera out, this motherfucker walks off down here. So
in the distance, there was audio.
See if we can get a better picture of this faggot here.
There was audio. Oh, shit, my boss is here.
Basically, as soon, and there you have it. I didn't realise I captured that, but as soon as my bus got here, an ambulance came with the lights on. Now you can see that there. Oh man, I didn't realise I'd caught that on camera, so I'd accidentally caught that on camera. But they sent an ambulance with the sirens the exact moment my bus arrived. So you might hear it.
Basically,
yeah, I had to quick end the recording because, my bus arrived. I guess they knew that, so they did that, hoping I wasn't able to catch the ambulance. But I didn't actually realise I caught the ambulance. But there you go, and they were constantly targeting me with the police on that journey. Constantly, they were having the police drive past with the lights on. Police all in my area. They've been targeting me with the police today, so I'll continue what they were doing today. So I get my bus back, get on my bus. All of a sudden, a load of children get on the bus, and all at the back making shitloads of noise, just like in Access 3333's videos. I know you watch my channel, so they basically did what they did to me with loads of kids today. So basically, I'm coming back, I ignore them, get off my bus. As soon as I get off my bus, ambulance comes down with the lights on. As soon as it gets to me, turns the sirens on. So, instantly I'm knowing they're trying to target me because I slipped through the net. They saw me as like slipping through the net. They weren't able to target me so much where I've been. So they when they think you're avoiding the targeting, they blitz you. So if they think you've avoided the targeting for a few hours, they will blitz you to try to reinforce that negative feeling for the NLP. So, coming back, and guess what? The kids were mostly Muslim as well, so you know the deal with that. But yeah, targeting me with certain types of people, like Muslim people, 90% Muslim people they've been targeting me with today. It varies. Some days they target me Chinese, some days white, some days black. You know what I mean? They vary. But today it's been mostly Muslim people. So going to, I was going to the shop, and I guess they knew that through the V2K. Through not the V2K, the remote neural monitor, and I guess they knew that I was going to the shop, or guessed, because I do go to there quite a lot after I've been on a trip. So I go to the Sainsbury's. As soon as I'm walking down, the perps come out to play. They start walking by with one hand in the pocket. But as soon as I go, but they had like people, on the corners of the street, and they had a police car parked up in the middle of the area. This was in Moore Market, so if you know Sheffield, you'll know what I'm talking about. And near the Moore Market, in the back bit outside the Sainsbury's, they had a police car parked up. So, I'm coming down. As soon as I approach I'm approaching, a police officer comes out of the side, comes out the side of this shop, and starts walking in front of me. So I already know they're trying to target me. But, then I go in the shop, I get my food, and then I go to my bus stop. Now, as I leave the shop, getting loads of black guys and Muslim guys walking past, one hand in the pocket. And dressed in a certain way, I guess, where they're trying to intimidate me. But that doesn't intimidate me. So I go to my bus stop. This dude walks past me with like a do-rag on, like a Muslim looking dude. I get like a vibe, like, I can feel sometimes when these people are around. I know it's hard to explain, but I can sense them sometimes. So, I get a feeling like he's a perp. So sure enough, I go to my bus stop. This dude comes back, starts playing with his phone, and then walks off, So I'm waiting at my bus stop, and there's this white guy, and he's just glaring at me the whole time, looking mad, because I guess they're not happy with me exposing them in my videos. So, doing that shit. So, and then I get about 4 or 5 people, like 2 or 3 Muslim guys come past, one hand in the pocket, and 2 or 3 black guys come past, one hand in the pocket. And then this Muslim looking guy comes past, posts up on the edge of my bus, and he's like glaring at me. So I start targeting him with my hand signals, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, he's not looking at me no more, because they know I've developed quite an effective counter-targeting targeting. I've got my own hand signals I give them. One of my favourites is I'll put my fist to my mouth. It's like saying I'm going to fight you with my mouth. I'm going to fight you by talking about what's doing. It's like the antidote to their cover mouth gesture. But I do the cover mouth to them as well. And I touch my nose sometimes when they're around, when they're touching their nose. So that's like my counter-targeting tactics. As soon as I do that, he stops looking at me. Then he looks again, glaring. So I do it again. He looks away. You know what I mean? So I know it's a perp. You know, I know what they're trying to do with the staring drills, trying to intimidate me. But you're not going to intimidate me. And when you try that shit, I'm just going to target you back. So I'm going to intimidate you by doing my targeting back to you. So, you know, get my bus. And guess what? The guy that was acting like he was waiting for the bus doesn't get on the bus. You know? And they've done that several times. They act like they're waiting for my bus, and then they don't get on the bus. You know, so they're just there to target me. You know what I mean? They're just there to target. So get on my bus, and they sent, the final thing they do was send the ambulance again. You know, past my bus like they used to do back in the day, when they'd do it every single day. They'd send an ambulance past, and as soon as it got up to my bus, they'd put the sirens on. You know, so yeah, trying to send subliminal message that I'm gonna get ill, or they're gonna make someone ill. Maybe my granddad, because they were talking about granddad. So if my granddad gets ill, you know, it's something they've done. And by the way, if my granddad does get ill, there will be consequences. If I suspect that you've done something to make him ill, I will retaliate, and I will do shit. So, you know, I will retaliate. So don't be thinking that you can send your threats to, because I'm not someone that will lie idle when threatened. So, you know, just to warn you. So, you know, that's what they do. They like to send the little threats. They do it in a very psychological way. Like, it's called a directed conversation. So, you know, that's what they do. Like, they'll constantly talk about heart attacks around you, strokes, mental breakdowns, depression, all that kind of shit they did with me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I guess they're going to wait a couple of days, and then they're going to do the targeting again. Because, like, yesterday, like most of today, pretty quiet. And then just this afternoon, they decide to blitz again. I guess thinking because I didn't have my camera on that I'm not going to film. But I tell you what, I will charge my camera right tonight, and I will be ready to film you. So, you know, that's the kind of shit they like to do. And I'm still unable to use my mobile phone, currently having to get an external mobile phone battery charger because of the shit that these motherfuckers have done to my phone. My phone will not charge, and it will not connect to any device. You know, it won't connect to the computer. So I know this is something they've done. You know what I mean? Because it's too convenient. The fact that I record them with my phone, and then the shit is not working. So I know it's something that they've done. I know full well it's something that they've done. You know what I mean? I just know. So, yeah, you know, that's the kind of shit they've been doing. I just thought I'd do an update. But, yeah, I'm going to continue recording. But that's reminded me, another thing, I feel like they've been trying to target me with the number 13. Like, that's why I'm going to keep recording, because I don't want this to end. It's 13 minutes long. Because I keep looking at clocks, and it will be 13 minutes past something. Now, I know with the mind control technology, they can make you look at certain things, and then it will display, you know, they can give you the idea to look at things. But I've been noticing that I keep looking at the clock, and it will be 13 minutes past the hour. You know what I mean? So I feel like they've been trying to sensitize me to the number 13. So, yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there. Yeah.